Hello, welcome to another one of my videos. Today I'm going to continue my decluttering that I did the other day. I only have an Alex 5 drawer from IKEA and I went through the first 2 drawers the other day, and today I'm going to go through the next 2. I'm saving the 3rd bottom drawer that has all of my eyeshadow palettes for a separate video by itself. And I'm also saving that for a little while because I'm not emotionally ready for that yet, so I'm working up to it. So if you guys would like to see what I declutter today from my collection, stay tuned. Okay, so this is technically the 3rd drawer in my Alex drawer. This is the 1st drawer I'm going to declutter today. This I'm definitely keeping. I got it on sale at Ulta after Christmas. The shade is perfect for my extremely pale ass. Okay, I'm going to go through these things right here. They're just individually stacked. They're not in a basket or a tray or nothing. I'm going to pick out what I'm keeping, what I'm going to give away. So first I'm going to go with what I'm keeping. I'm going to hold on to my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, my Laura Mercier 4-pan highlight palette, and then my Hourglass, my Smashbox. I'm going to keep all of these. I've got this NARS Bord de Plage palette that I'm going to keep, and this Tarte Blush Bazaar from 2 holiday seasons ago. I'm gonna keep this, even though that's way more blush than I'll ever be able to use. Because I spent the money on this, yeah, the Judgment Llama's gonna be watching me again, but because I spent the money on this, I'm keeping this. So it's the same story for the Smashbox Ablaze Face palette. Because I spent the money on it, I'm just gonna keep it. This Becca blush palette from 2 seasons ago. I'm gonna keep this. This Pure Bronze and Brighten whatever palette kit thing. I got it in a BoxyCharm. I don't use it that much because it gets pushed to the side, but I'm keeping it. I loved it when it came out, when I first got it. Okay, I'm not being very successful. Sorry, guys. Okay, this little Ulta Beauty bronzer and illuminator kit I got in a kit. I'm gonna give this one away. This Wet n Wild contouring palette in Dulce de Leche. I loved this. You probably can't see much love on it, but I used this to heck when I first got into makeup. This was my bronzer or contour. This was what I used on my cheeks, but I haven't used this in so long, and I have other products that I actually love a lot more, so I'm just gonna give this one away, even though it kind of breaks my heart to get rid of such a staple from my collection, but I don't use it, so I need to just get rid of it. I feel the same way about this Wet n Wild illuminating palette in Catwalk Pink. This highlight palette it's drugstore, yes, but it is one that helps involve me in loving highlight like I do. This was one of the first highlight pans that I picked up and used on a relatively regular basis. I'm gonna give this one away too. This Tarteist Volume 3 Contour Kit. I don't get much use out of this shade specifically because it's very pigmented and very deep. I love this blush though. I need to get more use out of this. I'm keeping this. Okay, so that was unsuccessful, but now that that part's clean. This is a cord for my camera, or my computer. No, this is for my computer. So this bin of stuff I went through relatively more regularly than the other ones. I made this bin more recently than any of the other ones. I'm not sure if I'm getting rid of much out of here, but I just need to go through my collection today. Can't promise this is going to be a huge collection declutter, but I'm going to pick out what I'm going to get rid of out of here. I've got 2 little mini blushes from Tarte. I'm going to get rid of this one in Quirky. This is more of a hot orange pinky color, and I don't wear shades like this, so I'm going to get rid of this one. This Peach Party Soap and Glory blush, it's beautiful. Look at how pretty that is. Except for when you swatch it all together. Yeah, when you swatch it all together, it is so incredibly shimmery. Which I guess isn't a problem. It's just you gotta be looking for that. I've never really used this that much, but I'm gonna declutter this. I've had it for friggin' 2 years. I'm keeping everything else in here. Okay, out of my foundation here, this is my container of my ideal foundation shades. So my most used ones, so I'm probably not getting rid of much out of this container specifically, but the other ones I will be. Except for this Kat Von D foundation. I just recently filmed a things YouTube made me buy video. This was one of them. I wanted to film that before I decluttered this because I want to declutter this. Haven't used it in so long. I just need to do it. I'm decluttering this. I'm gonna pick out the rest if there is any more that I'm getting rid of out of here. Okay, no, that's it. That is done. All I'm getting rid of out of this one was the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. Okay, out of this drawer back here, this is my extra bin. This Ulta Beauty Tinted Moisturizer with SPF. I've never used this. I'm never going to. I'm gonna get rid of this. Same thing for the Ulta Beauty HD Soft Focus Liquid Foundation. I heard tell on YouTube that this was not that bad of a product, except for I just have never used it, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. This Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Foundation, which also has SPF 15 in it, which is cool if you're into that. However, this is so dark for me. Yeah, this was the lightest one they had, light, medium, warm, and it is so not light. Yeah, I'm gonna declutter this one. I'm keeping the Maybelline and the Wet n Wild. So these L'Oreal True Match Lumi cushions, I loved this when I first got into makeup. At first, I thought my shade was C3. Turns out I had no idea what I was talking about, so I'm decluttering this one because my correct shade is N2, which is a far fucking cry from C3. So I'm keeping this one though. And this little thing is my primers. I'm gonna keep both of these. Okay, I'm just gonna go through and find the ones I'm gonna get rid of. So these two Maybelline Master Prime, this one's Blur and Illuminate, this one's Blur and Smooth. And this CoverGirl True Blend Face Primer for oily skin. It says this is new, but this was new like 2 years ago. I haven't even opened any of these. If you look, the plastic is still on here because I was being conscientious and I wasn't opening things I wasn't using. Well, surprise, surprise, I've never friggin' used these still, so I'm gonna just declutter these. Empty out my damn bin for a minute here. I have a bunch of these little sample things. MAC strobe cream pretty much is what they are. Prep and Prime, yeah, Smashbox, yeah. All minis, I need to use those and get them the fuck out of my collection. Yeah, I'm gonna keep all this other shit. I so badly need to reorganize this shit. I haven't put any of this stuff back in, but I'm gonna do that later so that I can just revamp everything. Well, the first 4 drawers. Moving on to the 4th drawer from the top. This is specified as my extra drawer. All of this shit right here is all my extra stuff, so I'm not going to be decluttering any of this. I already did a video on my extra stuff, so I'm not by any means getting rid of any of that. I also have all of my little stupid, and an extra pop socket. Anytime I get little samples in the mail or whatever, I put them in this little thing, these little gray things, this little area. So this Physicians Formula Bronze Booster Glow Boosting Sunstones. This is very similar to the Guerlain meteorites that they have, and Becca has the X's and O's, and Too Faced has come out with a few every now and then. You know, they do it. I have used this like twice. I thought this was like the coolest thing. I've used this literally probably twice. So I'm going to keep this to remind myself every time I think, oh, I should buy meteorites from Guerlain. No, don't spend that much on Guerlain meteorites. You don't even use the $12 fucking Physicians Formula one that you have. So I'm going to keep this one, but I'm not going to buy more. This Physicians Formula Bronze Booster I'm also going to get rid of for no reason other than I just don't use it. I'm going to keep the other stuff in this bin. This is all, other than my tweezers and my nail files and shit, that is all little sample size things. So I'm not decluttering anything out of that. So this is my Patchology Breakout Box. I really like this. These are some of the nose blackhead strips from the Patchology kit. Anyways, so onto this bin. Wow, I really have nothing I want to get rid of out of this one. That's cool. Okay, well, I've never used this and I wasn't going to get rid of it, but I'm disappointing myself by not wanting to get rid of anything out of that bin, so I'm gonna declutter this one. Haven't used it so far, probably not gonna use it anymore. Okay, back behind here. If I can get my extra stuff out of the fucking way. These are really my extra foundations, like, these are for when I'm tan. This drawer is for when I get self-tan, or if I accidentally get tan in the summertime, which is never. So I already kept this one out of my other drawer. It's in the shade Porcelain. This is in the shade Nude Ivory. So it doesn't really work for me when I'm tan. It's just too pink on me. It's my skin tone right now. It's just too pink. So I'm going to declutter this one. Alright, from back when I lived in Colorado and I got tan, back when I thought my shade was C3, I bought C4 because I needed it for when I got tan. So I'm going to declutter this one too. I'm just doing it and decluttering this Wet n Wild contouring palette in Caramel Toffee. I already decided to declutter the other one in Dulce de Leche. This one I've never been able to use because I'm never tan enough to be able to use this. I've just swatched it a million times. I'm never tan enough to be able to use this. I'm going to go ahead and finally declutter this. I'm going to keep the other stuff in this. So now I get the fun task of taking everything that I didn't put away, that I'm keeping in my collection, and reorganizing it amongst these 4 drawers here. I love declutters. So this is part 2 to my 3-part collection to decluttering my makeup collection. I have finally successfully gone through 4 of my 5 drawers. I will be tackling the 5th, my eyeshadow palette drawer, at a later date. It'll be soon. It'll be soon. Thank you so much for watching my declutter video. I hope you have a great day.